Oh my god, 1 hour 9 minutes 25.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Doot, 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 doot,
It's a
doot, doot,
me,
doot, doot,
Bowser.
doot, 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 doot.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
definitely the worst possible thing that they could have done for the remaster, re-release thing, removing the so long, gay Bowser.
definitely.
So, it's day and daytime, everyone. Who can remember what happened last time?
This looks like the work of an enemy stand. That's all I'm willing to say, really.
That
Oh
was
yeah,
that
like
was the
portal
very
thing.
end of last time.
Yeah, the portal thing.
Basically, we realized that we'd broken a rule in the contract. Jock threw us a bone and said, "You just need to protect this one egg." So like, it's a good idea to like not do anything really dangerous. Don't go to weird places, stuff like that. And like the first thing we did after receiving an incredibly fragile egg was hop into a mysterious swirling portal of doom that's taken us to a place, and I can see stand power, and it's very weird.
The pets came through the portal first. We have to save them.
Oh, that's a nasty thing to refer to them as.
I'm out of character. I'm just like the NPCs that hang about with us.
Your beautiful children.
Yes, yes, and Kerbal.
That's Anthony's beautiful child.
He's beautiful. Look at him.
Interesting.
He's the perfect being.
True. Okay, so everyone has re-emerged from the chaos portal. It is incredibly violently shifting in different colors, and it looks so unstable. You don't believe you got through, and are like you're like looking at your arms and like, well, I've still got them. That's good.
Is the egg okay?
The egg seems to be okay.
Thank God for the egg.
Ain't dead yet.
No.
I say out loud.
So currently, Anthony, you're staring and being stared back at by your stand. Everyone else who is a little less preoccupied by, wait a minute, that's me, sort of. You notice that the landscape is quite barren and burnt out, and like it looks like it could have been nice once. And when you look at the sky, you see like fire and like darkness, as in like raining fire and meteors and whatnot.
Hey, this is just like my
Aurora?
dreams.
Are the kids there?
Uh,
Beautiful children.
the only creature in quotation marks that you see is a golden person.
Hey, it's just like my dreams. Plus, why is there a shiny version of you? Punchy friend.
I don't know, but it's. Why are you here? What are you doing here?
He just stares back at you.
There's another god.
Should we kill it?
Definitely not.
Um, can everyone but Anthony give me an insight? This is essentially like to see if anyone manages to recognize him. Yeah, I'll just stick him on the map for now.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Everyone is very insightful.
Which is good. So yeah,
Oh my God, that big boy.
you look and you're like, what the hell is that? But then you're like thinking back and you remember the times where Anthony's like activated his power, and it has the same sort of look, although this is a lot more solid.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to approach it.
Okay, you walk up
Whoa,
to
ho, ho! You approach it, Jotaro.
And I'd like to lightly poke it
uh,
in the chest.
It's like poking halves of steel.
Hey!
So
I'll
is this
say-
where your
Hey.
power comes from?
Funnily enough, Joseph, with your joke there, you do feel the prod.
Stop that!
I say, do you want to come with us? Presumably looking up, given that it's like, presumably a big boy.
Yeah, it is a little bit taller. It's like Anthony size, but a little bit more impressive. Which is kind of standard for stands.
Basically, yeah.
It doesn't respond with words. It just like points in the direction of the group and then does like a this way hand motion.
Seems reasonable. Seems like it knows what it's doing.
I'd like to lightly poke it again.
Hey, stop that! You're just poking me. It's very annoying.
I'll poke it one last time.
God damn you.
I'm gonna say, let's do what the gold man says. He seems sensible.
What is everyone else's response to this situation?
I got
guess-
nothing.
Wait and see. Yeah,
I said to answer your earlier
I'm
question.
with Graham.
Yes.
Wait and see.
Seemingly, this is where my power comes from.
Is there
How?
any sight of the reason we came through the portal?
Not that you can see.
I'm gonna start shouting out for Aurora.
I'm gonna follow the stand to where it was pointing.
So
Um,
it begins walking off in a direction.
I'd like to poke Anthony.
Anthony,
And see
you
if-
feel like someone just poked you.
And
Stop
I want,
that.
to, I want to see if the stand reacts to Anthony being poked.
It doesn't seem to react. You don't know if that's because it felt it and ignored you, or didn't feel it though.
Interesting. I must learn more.
Do any of you guys have extra clothes in which we could wrap the egg in so it's a bit more protected?
Actually,
I have.
I have some. Actually, I do have some spare clothes.
Become bigger.
I have a chest we could put it in.
You're lugging around a chest?
Oh wait, no, that's back in the ship.
I will.
I just
wrap-
like to imagine instead of a backpack, he's just got a chest.
I mean, one of the backgrounds does have that. Basically, you have a chest and you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
I'm going to
It's-
wrap the egg up in my fine clothes, which are the clothes that I don't wear.
I mean, all of you had winter clothes, right? For
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone got them for free.
yeah. So I presume we're
I'll-
not wearing winter clothes at the moment.
I'll wrap it up in the fine and winter clothes, so it's double layered.
I'll give you my winter clothes as well.
Cool. I'll use that to make like a barrier in my backpack, so that like other things don't touch the eggs like layers directly.
Okay,
but it
and then
stays pretty
so
safe.
you're basically wrapping it inside your backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Should
That would be
should
close enough to
some-
full cover.
should somebody carry it that is not normally in the front line?
I'm not usually in the front line.
You are normally on the ground though.
That is true.
Says God.
I mean,
Um,
Dare agrees
fine.
with God.
It's weird that Dare seems to hear God's voice.
oh no, he's turning into your character from Friday.
Oh no, soon Dare will start worshipping a god as well. No.
he starts worshipping Andrew.
It's a bad route to go down.
I'll cast message on the golden boy.
Okay.
I'll say, "Hello there."
Stop flirting
he
with Golden
turns
Boy.
back and just looks at you and then continues with like a what the fuck.
Does Anthony hear that?
He doesn't hear that, no.
I'll ask Anthony if he heard that.
Anthony listens for something.
Huh. Interesting.
Is there anything like in the environment? Like,
Uh,
are we being followed or anything?
you hear like an explosion in the distance as you see like a meteor crash to the ground.
Ah, I did hear that. Anthony says in response.
It's like, wait, I'm gonna listen. Boom! Yeah, definitely heard something.
Interesting. This is definitely something I must keep note of. I'll scribble this down.
God, the notebook that character must have. Drive you mad. So you continue walking for a while, and in the distance, like, because you're on like a higher ground, you can see ahead what looks like a lake of some kind. Seems to be like very, very far running through this land.
I mean, the stand seems to know what it's doing. I'll just keep following it.
Does
Does anybody know where we are?
yeah, looking around, what does the river look like when if I have a look at it? When we get
You'd have to get closer. Like currently, you're like in the distance and can see it, but
Can people roll,
it looks like it's moving.
Arcana to figure out where we are?
Yes. You're probably not gonna get it, but you can certainly try.
No.
Anthony will not roll because this would not have occurred to him.
I mean, like I think the only way you can get some information is with a nat 20.
What would have? Oh, Arcana. 1 second.
I hope no one gets a nat 20 because then I have to think about how you could get
no.
information.
That's a definite no.
Thank you, Liebrecht.
Anthony just assumes this is like magic place where magic powers come from.
Actually, Anthony, roll me an Arcana for a technically separate but the same roll.
Oh, but I'm terrible at that.
There's a reason I'm making you do it.
10.
Yeah, 10's good enough for you to know that you are not in the astral sea.
Oh,
Because last time you were asking about that, you've got no idea where you are, but you know at least that this is very different from the astral sea.
alright.
Wait, was I meant to roll there or not?
Yeah, everyone can roll on
Do-
trying to figure that out.
Wait, does some 18 pass?
It does not.
We're in an
Oh,
even
okay.
weirder place than I thought we were.
How did Hedge do better?
You basically, for that roll, need to get
So
a
I-
nat
I-
20 to
I-
get a crumb. So, yeah, no one seems to know where they are apart from Anthony, who knows where he isn't.
Don't you have your intelligence thingy on?
Oh, actually, have they noticed yet or not?
Notice what?
Like, that I took it off.
That would be up to their perception, really. Like, would that was that Christian or Dare commenting on that?
That was Christian commenting on the -1 modifier, so no, it wouldn't
Okay,
have
so
occurred to him to.
In that case, no one has noticed yet.
Okay.
Not sure how someone could notice, but we'll keep note of that.
I'm just staring at that giant fucking stand face.
It just keeps getting bigger. So, is everyone just continuing on?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out for things.
I'm still just shouting for the dragon.
I'll very occasionally, whilst walking, either lightly poke Anthony or walk up to the stand and lightly tap it on the shoulder.
So yeah,
Can I
that
get carried around by my dragon and just have like a slightly aerial view of, so I can see things better if things are coming towards us, or if we can see a
okay.
dragon somewhere.
Give me a advantage perception check for like the short time that you're traveling.
Is he still within 30 feet of me?
No, he wouldn't be at this point
Okay.
because he'd be like flying up in the air.
Yeah.
So with the 22, you don't see anything close by, but you do occasionally see like something in the distance. Like you occasionally see like a flock of flying things, like in all different directions. Not really paying attention to you, but like you do notice there are other things here.
Okay, then I would fly a bit lower. Can I talk into my fox form? Probably not, right?
I'm gonna go with no.
Okay, then I'll fly down again and tell the others that there are flying things.
Are there any trees?
There's no intact trees. There's like ruined stumps and things like that. So like you could see that like one area might have been forested at one point.
No, I need it, and I really need.
Yeah, you need an intact one to walk through it.
Yeah.
What's the temperature?
Hot, but not like sun hot. Like
So
there is a heat in the air.
So we're somewhere between 0 and like 1,000,000.
Yes. Thank you, Lawrence. Now I don't have to put a number. You're at least not in a minus number.
Good.
Okay, so you get closer to the lake and the stand stops in front of it.
Okay, I will look into the lake.
How closely?
I'll like go to the water's edge.
Okay, can you give me Arcana or Perception?
I'll definitely pick perception
Yeah.
on that one.
Okay, what's everyone else doing?
I suppose I'll walk up to the edge of the river as well, lightly brushing past the arm of the stand.
Hedge passes too, but pauses to look up at the stand to see if it like reacts in any way.
You're not Hedge. You're Sheep.
Sorry, I keep calling her Hedge. Melissa.
Melissa,
I'm
the sheep.
thinking of Melissa's great grandmother. Sorry.
Wow, are we that far away?
We're really not.
Well, to be fair, sheep do produce probably a lot faster than
That is a good
humans,
one.
generations wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, Smoothie's just looking out for Aurora. Just keep an eye out.
Okay.
I'll have a look at the river. Okay.
So yeah, if you're looking at the river, it's Perception or Arcana.
Plus 10 or plus 1?
+1, definitely.
I'll go plus 10.
So yeah, each of you notices, whereas like Anthony definitely notices. It's really hard to tell, but it isn't water. Like you can tell it's not water, but Anthony, you get like much closer, and you can tell that it looks like it's water, but it actually is. It looks like scales moving.
Okay. So
But is it flat like water?
Not exactly flat, but like it looks like water when you don't analyze it from a distance.
So it's a lot of scales moving,
And it's quite large.
and it's a
Is it the same
big...
color scheme as Aurora?
Sort of, yes.
Very big.
Very big.
Uh,
The size of a river, in fact.
Yeah. Can somebody who knows more about magic maybe try and identify what it is?
What is? Aurora, where are you?
Well,
Can
we're
I
trying to
try
make
and
a dragon that has a similar color scheme to Aurora.
Oh,
can I try and discern what the river is made out of specifically?
I'm gonna go with a 24 on Arcana for things, if that's what I'm
You try and get close, and you like reach. You go to try and reach into the water, and you're like thinking it's gonna be the same texture as water. It's not. It's a solid thing, and you like essentially hit a fast-moving object and hurt yourself, but knock off one of the scales. And you look at it, and it is sort of translucent, but it looks very close to the same type of scales that Aurora has.
Do I have any idea what this means from a 24 Arcana?
If nothing else, you can tell it's at least the same species.
Right,
Okay.
It's
so
moving scales, like as in like this is not just scales lying around. It's basically
Judging by the since no one actually had went to touch it or anything, judging by the reaction from Smoothie, you can now tell that it is a creature moving, and these are like the scales on the outside of it.
I'll turn to the golden boy and I'll say, "So what now?"
I fly up again
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
and see if it's like slithering in any direction. Is there like a body? Is this just a tail? Is this
So you fly up, and no matter how far you go into the air, you can't see either end.
I guess I'll just call out in Draconic. Hey, what's up? Does it respond?
There isn't a response, but you notice a shudder from the lake. And the stand like holds up a finger in like a wait, and
Okay.
it like mimes like the OK symbol, so like a circle, and then draws a circle around that circle, and then points at the river.
Wait, and then it'll be okay.
It looks at you like you've not understood what I said, but gives you a thumbs up.
Okay.
How long are you willing to wait for?
We'll sit and meditate here.
I'd like to cast message on the stand. See if it'll respond when I say, "What did that message mean that you just did with your hands?"
It looks at you and it repeats the symbols it did.
Does it reply in my head at all? Or...
It does not.
Okay.
So it was like a circle in a circle.
Yes. And after drawing the second circle, it pointed at the creature.
Okay, so
So what's everyone doing then?
I mean, it made the motion to wait, so Anthony will wait.
wait also.
What about everyone else? What is Smoothie's insight on this familiar scale?
I have no clue.
I know what the generally what his face looks like, but the stand, he's essentially just the slightly taller, bulkier version of Anthony.
But solid gold, yes.
So,
Yeah.
so sorry. What motion did the thing make again? Just to cover
So-
it through.
So
Okay,
so yeah, like a circle with your fingers, and then it drew a circle around that circle, and then afterwards pointed at the moving creature.
Does he possibly mean to go around?
I mean, it might be go
Yes.
over the moving creature.
Okay. Let's try both of those things at once.
I mean, around seems hard. We can't see either end of it.
Okay. I will go over the thing and see if I can go over it.
How are you gonna do that?
Jump.
What are the rules for jumping in
How wide is
5e?
it?
Ooh!
The size of a river.
I
That
have-
can be anything.
That's true.
But too big to
A
jump.
wide river, yes.
I am very
Very
smart. My dexterity in this place is very high.
I have polymorph. I could use that to fly us across the river.
Yeah, you could polymorph yourself into a bird and then fly across and unpolymorph yourself and see what happens.
You could
Yeah.
also just save us a spell slot and fly over.
Who?
Me,
Yeah,
Oh.
Dex.
Cool.
I'll try
That
and
would be
fly over
very
with
kind
my
of you.
dragon.
But,
Sure. If you want to try and jump, that would be acrobatics, though.
Question:
I fly.
What is the exact distance in feet?
Oh, fuck off with your questions about specific numbers.
Well, I want to see if it's theoretically possible to literally just jump over.
150.
Ah, boo.
It is quite wide. You get the feeling this creature is large. Perhaps bigger than large, perhaps gargantuan.
Gargantuan, yes.
But
Def-
before I fly over, can I go to the golden boy and go like, do you want us to cross the obstacle?
He shakes his head.
He doesn't want us to cross the obstacle. Do we want us to go inside the obstacle?
He like shakes his head more vigorously.
Is our friend within this? I don't know.
It's sort of like doesn't know how to answer that. It like shakes
Is it
its
our
head
friend?
and nods. Yes, when you said "Is it our friend?" it nods, but also gives like a confused look.
do you want us to kill this thing? I'll say out
It
loud.
shakes its head.
Do we need to
Okay.
get inside this thing somehow?
Shakes head.
Do you want me to try and speak to this thing somehow?
Oh god, this is a terrible thing in D&D land. It nods and it like points at its wrist like it's pointing at a watch.
I'll cast message at the river thing,
Okay.
and I'll say, "Hello there. We're friends. We've come looking for an associate of ours."
You hear and don't hear something. Essentially, you hear like a whisper.
Am I able to discern the whisper in any way?
No, currently it's far too quiet. But you do notice that the moving of the quotation marks river seems to speed up.
When I
So-
cast message at this thing, I heard a whisper in reply. I couldn't discern what it was, and it sped up.
Yeah, everyone notices the speeding up part.
The golden boy, are we supposed to wait until something happens?
It nods.
Alright, let's just wait here then.
Is anyone else gonna do anything else during this time?
I'll poke the golden boy one last time.
Sure.
Keep shouting for Aurora, just in
Keep an
case.
eye out for the flying things.
You definitely do see a lot of, like, if you go up into the air and are, like, trying to be careful about it, you do see a lot of flocks of things flying around. None of them seem to come close at this time because you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, so you've not been noticed.
Can I tell it all if it's like birds or
Give me
comic in nature or
a Arcana or Nature.
probably not 10.
You can't tell exactly what they are, but they are large creatures. So it's not like a flock of birds. They're much larger than that.
So they're quite large, but quite far away.
Yes.
Okay.
Flock of dragons.
They didn't look like dragons. They didn't look that big.
Fair enough.
Rock flock.
Could be.
Okay, at that, after like you've went up and you've looked around a bit, one person has been poking the gold man. After like basically like a minute or two, you notice the river slow down a bit, and he like frantic arm movements and like gestures the idea of like speak.
On.
I'll say, hey, where are we? Do you know where our little friends are?
He points at Liebrecht and does the he does a magic jazz hands and then speak and then points at the river.
Message at the river.
Yeah.
Aurora.
When
that
you
you?
say that, he points at you like rapidly.
I'll cast message on the river again.
Okay.
And I'll repeat what I said before.
What did you say before?
Hello. We come here as friends. We're looking for our friends. Can you help us, please?
Who is this?
I am Liebrecht. This is my friend.
No,
Anthony.
you're not. You're not Liebrecht.
Well, would you like to get into a debate about that?
Well, I mean, I saw Liebrecht die, so I know for a fact that you're not him.
But how can you tell that that was the real me?
You definitely
Wait,
sound as annoying as him.
Ask its name.
What's your name?
Aurora.
God damn.
Ah, okay.
Ask
So,
where Kerbo is.
where's Kerbo? The pink ball of death and destruction. It was also exceedingly cute.
Wait. What's the last thing you remember happening?
The last thing I remember happening was we collected an egg from a devil to hatch. Then we stepped through a weird teleporty circle thing.
Oh God!
we
The Dragolich.
Yes.
Oh! So you are Liebrecht.
What, you seem to have changed somewhat.
It sounds really confused about like how to explain this to you. Okay, go. You hear like static that's really loud in your ears, and then, all right, a mile down the path, just follow.
Okay.
That's where Aurora is.
I'll say left or right.
Follow my direction.
Okay. I start walking in the direction that I was told to go, and I say to everyone else, "Follow me." And I start walking.
Sure, come along, stand.
Like everyone's confused because he's just like, okay, now let's go this way.
So what's the
Um,
deal?
On the way there, over the next sort of 10 to 15-ish minutes, I'll tell everyone, so, the river is our dragony friend.
Oh yeah,
They
that's
seem
what the stand already said, yeah.
They seem to have thought that I was dead. Possibly all of us, I don't know. They at least thought that I was dead. And they seem to think that they asked me what the last thing I remember was, which was defeating the Dracolich, getting the egg, and then coming here. They then told me to come a mile down the river this way. So we're heading in that direction.
And time seems very confusing here.
Yes, I presume there's some sort of weird time effect, given that Uh, our friend here thought that I was dead. Granted, I am human and may not live as long as your typical dragon, but
I mean, if Aurora's like big dragon by now, gotta have been at least like hundreds of years, right? So we'd all be dead.
Did the rough outline of the terrain look similar in rough shape than where we left?
That I'd need a geography roll for that.
Isn't that history?
What the
Yeah.
fuck is that?
What the fuck is a geography roll? Well,
Remember the
just roll
landscape.
your geography stat. Everyone has one.
16
Nature?
on history. Well, it would be the
Nature would
same on
also
nature.
work.
Yeah, it's the same on nature. It's the same bonus. So 16.
Is anyone else rolling on that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anthony's very focused on the confusion of wait, that's Aurora?
That's Aurora. Time's gone weird. My stand's right there. What's happening?
So I imagine like Dare you're still like flying around and stuff. From like an aerial view, bits look similar. So like obviously Dare doesn't know the most about where you were anyways, but you sort of like off in the distance you can see what looks like you can see an ocean like far in the distance, and you can see what might have been a city, and that was in the same sort of direction that Waterdeep would have been from the ship.
Can I land and while walking next to the river, message at the river and go like, "Are we in the future?"
It responds confused like, maybe? Like, your future? Maybe? That would explain how Aurora got here?
I thought you said you were Aurora.
I am?
Okay.
But you have tiny Aurora. I must have tiny Aurora with it.
Like, are you relaying this stuff as you're talking? Dear.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah,
staring
confused.
stunned.
I'll message the river and I'll say, do you know if this is a different plane to the one that we came from?
I don't think so. No, I'm not 100% sure where you've came from or how you're here.
We came from the Waterdeep, the material plane?
Okay, then yes, same place.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
what happened here?
You're gonna have to be more specific. A lot has happened.
Why is it a wasteland? Why are you so big? But that's probably just because it's the future.
So if
That's why my stand's here. I really want to know that.
does anyone ask that?
I'll
No.
ask that.
Very
What's
straightforward. It's just like, oh yeah, I don't really know how, but the stand's been helping me since Anthony died.
Oh. So, in this, I presume this is some sort of time jump thing. And in this, how long ago do you think I died?
Oh my god, 300, 400, 500 years ago?
I'll tell everyone that River Dragon friend Aurora person thinks that I died about 500 years ago.
And what happened that made this a barren wasteland?
So, there's like a pause after that, and then everyone in your heads hears a very sullen voice say, "The Queen should not have been freed."
Is this about the
does
egg that
Tiamat
we're
get
having
out?
in your
Did-
backpack?
Maybe that, or maybe Tiamat got freed from some.
I ask Aurora, is this about the egg that we have in our backpack?
It certainly helps, but
Right,
isn't.
I missed most of that. What was happening?
The Queen should not have been freed, says Aurora, when gesturing to the fact that like the apocalypse has kind of happened.
So it's
And
possible
also the
that
thing that hatches from this egg definitely helps with the
yeah.
Let's smash the egg.
No, because then all our souls will be.
I think I've missed something here.
eternally
Are we talking to the thing or is actual Aurora in front of us?
We're talking to old Aurora.
We're talking to the ancient.
Smoothie will now hug old Aurora.
Oh, no.
Old
What?
Aurora is the river.
Yeah.
Oh, Smoothie will attempt to hug the river.
Smoothie once again goes flying off because of the speed it's going.
Why won't you let me hug you?
I will
Yeah,
pray to Amanatho.
Yeah.
Does
Eh,
Amanatho yet live?
I'll come and try and calm Smoothie down.
oh, it's taking a long time.
Yeah.
There, Smoothie. We'll
Yeah.
find Aurora.
Huh?
We'll.
Yeah.
Anthony, you take 2 psychic damage.
Ah,
Oh, I'll be like.
that's not good. That's not good at all.
Make of that what you will.
Ask it what happened to Amanatho.
I will ask what happened to Amanatho.
Aurora does not know. The gods were
God.
disconnected from this star.
No idea.
That's not a good sign.
More meteorites fall from the sky.
I'll ask. Are there any gods that are still connected with this plane, evil or otherwise?
But 2 remain. The father and the mother.
Was the voice that we all heard in our head, was it Aurora's voice
Yes.
or was that...
It was.
Okay.
If anyone who's used the message on her would know that it is the same voice.
Okay.
I'll relay that to everyone and I'll ask. So, which of the gods is considered the father and the mother? I'm not up on my theology.
People are welcome to make history or arcana checks. Or religion, in fact.
Oh, I think I know what she's talking about.
I
but
mean,
they wouldn't.
I presume we're going on about Tiamat and Bahamut, right?
Yeah.
That's Anthony's presumption. With
That's
the whole,
that's
like,
fair to presume that.
Jock is working for Tiamat, and he gave us the egg, and it said that the egg helps in the Queen's ascension, and like, you know.
And Dare thinks that, and he also has heard of Tiamat being referred to as the Queen before. So it does seem to match up.
Ask how Tiamat got out.
How
How
did
did
Tiamat?
Tiamat get out?
No one is quite sure, but we definitely had something to do with it.
And the egg was integral to it as well.
Somewhat, I think. We're getting close. Everyone here has that.
So try to get back to our time and smash the egg, no matter the consequences, I guess.
You notice that the river seems to start speeding up again.
Well, messing with time is a big no. Even the gods aren't allowed to do that.
Smoothie, give me a quick perception with advantage. As you're constantly trying to bash into Aurora to hug. Good enough. For a split second, you see what looks like an eye, like from a head, and you see a tear drop from it as it looks directly at you, Smoothie, and then shoots straight past.
I think she's stuck here.
I think
We're trying to solve this situation now.
How could we get her out?
Okay, so Dare, are you still like in your flying perception type mode, like to look around?
I would once in a while go back up, yeah, but
Okay, you're in the distance. You can see a lot more like flocks and things in the direction you're going, and you can see something. You can't tell what it is, but it's on the ground, and it seems like big and very magical.
and are the flocks above it at the same distance or still further away?
Around it, basically there's a lot around it, and they're not just flying around. It seems like a lot more erratic now. So like you see swooping and fast movements and things, but you can't tell what's going on exactly.
Okay, so I fly back down and tell him like there's a lot of flying thingies there, and there's a big magic thingy, and I'm not sure what's happening.
I guess let's go approach it.
Does it look like they're
Yeah.
attacking the big magic thingy?
You can't tell from the distance you're at currently.
But
they-
swooping
they-
motion, does it look like dive attacks or?
possibly.
Okay.
Ask old Aurora if like what the flying things are.
I'll ask that.
So you get a much quieter message, which relays, "I'm getting too far away now. They are the enemy, the children of the Queen. We must save who are left. Find Aurora and flee." And then, like, that is, like, slowly getting quieter towards the end. Like, so it's going towards a whisper.
I'll tell everyone exactly what you said.
I guess. Make haste to get there.
Yeah, I'll run.
Okay,
I will also run. Come along, Stan.
it's able to run much faster than you somehow.
Damn it.
Maybe it has lots of boons.
Oh my god. It's so fast.
It's like it keeps going too fast and has to like stop and wait for you to catch up.
So speedy.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh god.
as you approach from the distance, this is the scene that you see. Let's put Anthony down right here. That is where everyone is. And you can see a lot of humanoids in this big clump.
Like here.
Yeah, like this pile is just humanoids piling towards this big swirling mass of magic.
Oh, Curvo's on one side and Tort's on the other, and
Big Tort.
yeah, Tort is massive.
Aurora is fighting against the Draco Hydra.
Maybe. So
Looking at this, does it look? I presume it looks like they're fighting things.
yes, there's a lot of fighting going on.
Oh, have we been spotted by anything yet?
Not currently.
Where do we roughly come into the map?
Bottom left. Bottom
Yeah.
right, rather.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay. How about we
I mean,
split the party in half? You, two of us go up and help on the right. Two of us go help on the left. Sorry.
Wait, is the hamster giant now?
I mean, it seems like the most obvious thing to do is we can't cross the river really effectively, so we should probably like go across these bridges, deal with the people who are currently fighting Kerbo, and then swing around and deal with these guys, right?
So what you can see, though, is you can see the things that Dare mentioned, the swooping down, is these demonic dragonoid creatures who are very similar to what Jock was, swooping down and grabbing at the people that are here.
Looking at this thing, what is it?
Which thing?
Big thing in the corner.
It's very portally, but very erratic.
Does this thing look like it's holding a gun?
No,
Good. Was what I
it
was
is not Jock.
good.
I
good.
did toy with that idea, but no, not yet.
I was like, if Jock's here, we're moving in trouble. We're in some real trouble.
But you can sort of see that one is a similar build, apart from like obviously size, to what you saw of Jock.
Wait, Melissa, can you still communicate with Jock?
I don't know. Jacques! Jacques!
You get no response.
Hmm.
Unless he's speaking very, very quietly, no. I don't think he is. Yes?
Are they moving across here?
Yes, they are currently going through the air,
Uh,
and you've been spotted, and a like blast of elemental energy barely misses the tiny dragon as it stopped for a second, recognizing all of you. Then it continues flying.
Well,
Attack the big dragon.
If it's hunting Aurora, then attack the big dragon.
yeah,
can-
time to engage.
Sure.
Dan, do you want to do this together?
I like that I have a 4th level spell slot and no 4th level spells. This is great.
Wait, really?
Yep.
I think you just didn't pick one.
No, I don't have 4th level spells yet.
Which...
I have a 4th level spell slot because of my combined level, but I'm not.
Ah, right. I get you.
I am 2 levels off of getting a 4th level spell.
Why is there like 3 What is happening?
How can you be 2 levels of getting a 4th level spell, but you already have one?
There's like 4
Because-
sheets on the board.
If you have one cleric level, that should be only
Because
one.
I am level 9 in one thing and level 3 in another thing.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I'm very confused. What's happening on the map? Why are there like 15 sheeps?
Yeah, I see 4 sheep.
Yeah. There's like a sheep here, a sheep there.
Oh, okay. I've been trying to drag the icons on, and I haven't seen them. Are you telling me they're there? I
Yes.
can't
Yeah,
see
there
them.
are a bunch
There's
of
like
sheep.
4
I
sheep.
have to go out and in because I can't open my character sheet again.
Ah,
So
could
Oh yeah, it
That
got
that sounds
very
like
laggy.
roll 20 might be a bit funky.
Yeah, I can't see any of the Melissa icons
this-
or interact with where you're tapping on the screen.
Also, did that Hydra just fly over here, Andrew?
Yes.
Okay.
I was
Tiny
going.
Aurora flying around as well, flying over big Aurora.
I was
Yes.
going to say. I was going to say. If it comes any closer than 30 feet, I will cast Disintegrate on it.
I mean, yeah, it definitely would have come within the distance at one point. I've just basically stopped the moving for the minute because you're all reacting.
Hang on, Matt. Things are acting a bit weird on my computer. There we go.
Just gotta determine if I can.
Can it make it? If it did come within 30 feet, I would have cast Disintegrate on it. So could it make a dex save, please?
we have
Yes.
an order that people are doing things, or is it just who said it first right now?
Well, he said that, so we'll do that first, but roll initiative for, like, a surprise round.
Good to know.
Also, is Disintegrate only 30 feet?
Yeah, it's short range.
Huh, I thought it was much larger than that.
Oh, that's not good. I've clicked.
It's
Well, it has
60
to have
feet.
some
Oh, it's
downside.
60. Sorry.
It's 60 feet, but
I may
Okay,
need
that's
to
better.
reload roll 20. It's very slow.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like there might be something wrong with roll 20.
it has to beat a DC of 16.
Okay, now have I filled in that one's stats on here?
God, I don't know what the stand is going to do.
What would you like the stand to do?
I mean, go beat up the bad guys, really, like really hard.
It rolled an 18, sadly.
That passes, so nothing happens. I point at the dragon thing really hard, and nothing happens.
So when you do that, the beam fires past its head. One of its heads. It does notice. It turns, and
In fairness, nothing doesn't happen. A cool beam of death shoots from your finger.
exactly. And in the moment that it turns around and it's distracted, you all notice Aurora fly in and blast it with radiant energy, and then start flying away again.
Yeah, it's got proper dragon tactics. It's doing its job.
And it's
Well
like
done, Aurora.
you see the heads angrily look towards you, but then they're like, "No, that thing just hurt me." What? Okay, so has everyone rolled initiative?
Yes.
Melissa hasn't,
Okay, wait a minute.
but Melissa does seem to have trouble actually seeing her moving icons that she has on screen.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna use this icon for now.
sure. If you can
It's
say
like-
it, that's fine.
Yeah.
The sheep has been deleted.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace it.
I mean, it could be because it's a moving one. It might be upsetting something. Okay, then. In that order worked out quite nicely. So, in order then, what does Dare do? You get the feeling
Looking-
that after it was blasted, it's going to now ignore you.
Okay. But it looked like the radiant blast from Aurora did stuff, right?
Yes.
Are the heads like, is it one color? Is it multicolored? Is it...
Give me a perception.
Wow, that's a really bad roll.
It's good enough for you to know that they might be different coloured, but from what you can see, the creature looks like much darker than these normally would. It looks shadowy and inky. So it might have different coloured heads, but it's very difficult to tell.
Kind of run up to here. And why does this not tell me my range? Okay, 120. That's good. So I am going to put a wall of light kind of like that. Is that long enough? Oh, yeah, almost. And so it's shining just above the portal thingy.
Mm-hmm.
No, that doesn't make sense because I want to have it on appearing. Never mind. Can I remove that one? There. Have it like that. So basically going through the space of where the Dracohydra is, but going like towards the portal and in the air so nobody else gets hit.
Okay, there. Oh,
God.
It's beautiful.
Definitely a different vibe. Also, I can't see this that you've drawn, Christian, this time.
Okay, that's weird.
Roll 20 is definitely having a moment.
Okay, but oops.
I see a yellow line.
You see the short line or the long line?
I see a line.
I
See him?
think I see both.
I
It's
think
You see a
going
line
from
that goes from the dragon to the portal, or
Yes.
just at the portal?
from the
Okay.
dragon to the portal.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's a bit too short, but anyway, because it's a 60-foot long wall,
Hmm.
but we also know that he doesn't do diagonal thing very well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it just made it in the way that it goes through the Draco Hydra, but also points towards where all the others are.
Hmm.
So the Draco Hydra has to do a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. It rolled a 10.
So it failed, so it's blind.
Okay. That will adjust what it does.
And it takes. Oh, there. 17 radiant damage.
Okie dokie.
And how close to me is it? Like, is it high in the air or?
Yes, it is quite high in the air.
Okay, so I couldn't. Yeah. I don't think if I have anything sensible to use my bonus action for at the moment.
I've also realized if this was a normal river, I could just run straight towards them.
I mean, you still can. You can run on this far easier than water, but it's still moving.
I know.
It's like when you know the travelators you see at like airports. It's like one of them, but very fast.
Yeah, it's just with an armored movement I could normally run across water. But if I step on this, I'll just be yeeted away.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, that was pretty good. Okay, Smoothie.
My little force ballista appears, and I fire a force ballista shot at it, which will miss.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will fire. Just use my other action to firebolt it. Which will also miss, I believe.
Yes. So you fire blasts.
I've been distracted because I'm like, oh no, Aurora's in trouble, and like my shots go wild.
To the
I can't
air
seem
is
to
this thing?
concentrate.
Say that again, Anthony.
How high up is this?
About 50-ish feet.
Right.
Exactly what I wanted to know.
So is that everything from Smoothie?
Yep, that's everything I can do.
Okay, Anthony, what are you gonna do?
Well, this lies firmly beyond my reach.
Oh, wait a minute. Anthony, you need to roll initiative for your other thing.
Oh yeah. It doesn't have stats.
It doesn't.
It's just nice. It's so powerful. It has no stat. What do I do?
Ironically, it's just going directly after you anyways.
No stat. What can it do?
I do realize I could have easily just duplicated your character sheet.
It can do everything you can do, but better.
Sort of correct. So what Anthony, what are you going to try and do? I think in this turn you're going to figure out what you can and can't do.
Yeah, it's a good.
I have a plan. You could hold your turn.
Like theoretically, it's my spiritual body, so I just from the future? That's weird.
But you
All right.
definitely seemed to be linked to it in some way.
Yeah,
You felt the pokes.
I did. I'm gonna move to here with a bonus action to do my little speed thing. And then I will try and summon my stand.
And you will fail.
Ah, very well.
Let's just throw a picture on Discord, which I'll have to add on to OBS for everyone else to see. That is what you see when you cross across.
Alright, so I still have a little bit of movement. So I'll move to here. Because I can't the rest of my I have like 10 feet left, but yeah. And that will be my turn because I have failed to do
You have
things.
failed to stand.
I have failed to summon ability, which is like
Okay.
Yep.
So you get the feeling that you cannot activate your stand in any way, and any powers associated with it are gone. It is now the
Oh,
stand's go, which can use everything that you can, so long as it comes from the stand ability.
okay, so it has only the stand powers. How much HP does it have?
Don't worry about HP.
Okay, AC. Okay, I'll
It-
just.
Basically,
I'll defer
you.
to you.
It has the same as you. That's why I just realised, oh, I should have just duplicated your sheet.